Welcome back to GBGuns. I'm back from the range with the Regent BR9 from LKCI. This is the beautiful Browning High Power reproduction, and gotta say, it was really smooth to shoot. I ran it through our standard tests. I was really curious to see, and I know a lot of people are concerned about, whether or not a gun of this old of design is going to work fine with modern hollow points. So of course ran it through the what's for dinner test. Also did a grouping 5 shots to 7 yards using Nosler, and the full magazine +1. I'll let you guys watch that footage while I finish wiping this beauty down. That's just a beautiful gun, and we'll talk some more about it after that range footage. With the Regent BR9, and of course we'll start our reliability testing with the standard full magazine +1, expecting, you know, that be the way to carry it. Using the 13 round, it does also include a 15 rounder, but the 13 is sort of classic from my understanding. There's our full mag. I'm going to put the safety on, strip the mag. You might have noticed the magazine doesn't drop free. That's because it's European fashion to retain your magazine. Same thing with the reason why the MP5 drops mags the way it does, because the operators are intended to keep their mag, store it, and use it later on. So we're at full mag +1, got a piece of steel out there about 15 yards or so, and let's see how the gun runs using Freedom Munitions 115 grain remanufactured. Ran just fine. My shooting wasn't the greatest, but I was shooting kind of quick. For the what's for dinner test, we'll be checking cycling and functioning with a variety of loads, starting off with really heavy for caliber 165 grain Hush. Of course, this is subsonic. A 147 grain hollow point from Remington, a 125 grain steel cased hollow point from Hornady, 124 grain aluminum ball, 124 grain brass ball, 124 grain HST, everybody's popular favorite hollow point. Hornady's 115 hollow point. Then we've got a light for caliber 92 grain from Magtech and a 90 grain lead free projectile from Winchester. We'll be running 3 rounds of each. We want to see how it picks up with the slide lock back. Then does the slide function with the energy produced from these rounds enough to cycle another round. Then we do that once more, just as a bonus, for a total of 3 rounds of each. I know some of you have wanted to see a full magazine of each. You're welcome to go visit our Patreon account and make donations, because guess what, folks, this is expensive. Out with the Regent BR9 and starting off our what's for dinner test. This one's going to be interesting because this is, as you know, a very old design, and we're going to find out if it runs with modern ammunition outside of the standard 124 or 115 grain ball that the gun was probably designed around. Start off with heavy for caliber 165 grain. Of course, this is not meant for a suppressor, but it'd be interesting to see if it can run it. I'm a little anxious about that hammer hanging back. I'm thinking Mr. Browning was not concerned about those with meaty hands. We'll see what happens. If you saw that or not, but my skin was physically stuck between the hammer and the frame there, but the gun did run. Now Remington's 147 grain HTP. This is also subsonic, and I think I'm not going to take up as high on the back strap there this time. Good. Now for steel cased hollow point, this will be interesting. 125 grain HAP from Hornady. That hesitation there was just I didn't let the trigger out far enough. Now, aluminum case, 124 grain Blazer, full metal jacket. Keeping that hand low. Now the Blazer Brass 124 grain. Pop culture's favorite, the Federal HST 124 grain. Now down to 115 grain in hollow point with Hornady American Gunner. Easy. Moving light for caliber, the MagTac First Defense 92.6 grain. Not 0.5 or 0.7, but 0.6. And our lightest load is the Winchester Super Clean 90 grain. It's a snub nose bullet. See if that gives this gun any trouble. No trouble at all. Now for 5 shots from 7 yards using Nosler 115 grain match. So what did you think? I for one was impressed with how it handled the modern hollow points, and really this thing's a nice shooter. I did get bit by the hammer. There's not a whole lot of space back there, and if you've got really meaty hands you might have some issue with that. I just had to hold a little bit lower, which was fine because it's such a comfortable shooter that it really didn't cause any harm. I'd like to hear from the owners out there of the real high powers, the originals, what they think of this gun. I for one see it as a great alternative to get yourself a piece of history and not be worried about damaging it with every shot. Now you've effectively got yourself a classic car rebuild, if you will. You get to enjoy all the Browning high power looks and style and feel and precision without worrying about defacing a piece of history. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.